хабар сузэхэсхам жиӏэгмэхэр жеӏэ, мыбгъуэдэ ӏуэхухэр зэрехьэ, жаӏэу сузэхэсхам щыгъуэщӏэ куэдрэ сегупсысэт. Ярэби, сыту пӏэрэ сыт мыбыкӏэ къилъыхъуэр, сыт хуэдэ фейдэ, сыт мыбы къихьынур жысӏэурэ сегупсысэт.
When I heard the horse ride of Prince Ali, who is not even a Circassian, and it was very interesting because he was trying to make people be aware of the Circassian culture, which nobody really knows who we are, where we are from.
It opened up our eyes and the eyes of our sons and the younger generation about the importance of having this link with the tradition, with the motherland.
Well, it wasn't easy to organize such a trip from Jordan back to the Caucasus.
İlk defa kendi müzikleri o kadar yüksek sesle o sokaklarda çalınabildi.
Kuedım qêğejap'e xuexhunuue. Kuedır abi yif'ığeç'e nexhıj şhedıde kuedde di problemexem têuxuau abi yif'ığeç'e zef'eç'ınu mis ap'uede uvıp'e mis mıdi 'uexum alişi yibıdınu Allah'ım jji'eme do'uğe.
The whole point of the horse trip was, in essence, to have a reverse of the Exodus. The creation of the world. When God was creating the world, he carried all the mountains in a bag. And the devil, getting jealous, managed to slit a hole in the bottom of the bag. And all the mountains fell in one place, between the Caspian and the Black Sea. So God, in return, told the devil that the people who live in this place you will not be able to affect, because life will be hard enough for them as it is. Jordan is a country of peoples and of cultures, whether they be Circassians or Bedouins or Palestinians or others. But this whole geometry of people is what gives wealth to the country and what makes it special or what it is. And each distinct culture and each distinct people benefits the country. The Circassians, as any true Jordanian knows, are an integral and fundamental part of the country. They are neither a minority, nor, as we might say, refugees, but at the same time, they are a people of their own, with a distinct culture, a distinct background, and this is what gives them wealth.
They came from many different places. Some had been settled in the Balkans and then moved from the Balkans to Jordan. Some came directly. Some had spent some years, maybe as many as 10 years in Istanbul or Turkey or in different places. And they came in many different waves. So the first settlers came in about 1878. But then it was a continuous stream of groups, sometimes just 2-3 families, sometimes 30 families together, some bigger, some small, some individuals. Up till about 1906, 1910, we can talk about a continuous migration.
Gelenler zaten kısa süreli geldiklerini düşünerek geldiler. Çarlık Rusyası'nın Osmanlılar tarafından yenileceğini, bu nedenle çok kısa bir sürede tekrar ana yurtlarına döneceği düşüncesiyle geldiler. Fakat tabii yıllar geçtikçe bu gerçekleşmedi. Ana yurtlarına dönüş umudu her zaman için canlı kaldı.
نعرف مجرد كتاب خبقوا حسدوا راكو تقستاوا
عمان بتذكر بيوت الشراكس من حالهم ما في غير بيوت وشراكس
زغورم فبنقوكو يجمع يعوفا غسجنات جنو هديغر اجمرم يقدر نساس شر نفهمي فدمي ونزتي تحن نيوش زيون زتي الحاكم وناشها زتي تحن تسمو نغو شد غرجو شحف لجاجو
الشركة أول الناس في الأردن ساعدوا الملك عبد الله صار حرب على أمير عبد الله الشركة ساعدوه اي والله كلهم حاربوه من الشركة والحمد لله ولكن اليوم صاروا كويسين وصاروا طيبين والله سبحانه وتعالى يساعد البلاد.
They were the honor guards of late King Abdullah, who is the founder of our country, who is the grandfather of late King Hussein. And his honor guard were Circassians when he first came to this country, and he has a good trust in the Circassians from those days.
One time, a group of people came to His Majesty King Abdullah and they asked him, "Why is it, sir, that you have these people that are not from this part of the world around you and serving in key positions and so on?" And his reply was that anyone who serves this country in the right way, to their utmost ability, is the true Jordanian. And I believe that it's that inherent quality within the Circassian people, the loyalty And the service is what makes them a unique people.
The Circassians in Amman had a particular experience of having to define their identity in a way, to decide what it is to be a Circassian and how they were going to present themselves and represent themselves to other groups.
بالنسبة للغة يعني هي أهم إشي، لأنه بالعكس نسبة كبيرة من الشركس بالأردن يعني من الشباب الصغار ما في يعني قليل منهم اللي بيحكي شركسي، واللي بيحكي ما بيحكي منيح. فيعني هذا بنطبع على جيلنا إحنا، فيعني ما راح شو راح يكون بالك بالنسبة للأصغر كمان، وما بتخيل يعني إيش راح يصير بالوضع بالشركس إذا نفس لغتهم راحت، أنا ما راح يضل شيء.
عجب صوري ونام دداتش خد قد فيتهن أعطى
The existence of the Circassian school has been a major factor in enforcing the sense of Circassian identity. The establishment of the Circassian school and the experience now of a number of cohorts who have gone through that school, who have had their schooling, their whole schooling in a Circassian school, is an experience that no other generation had. Every other generation went to school with, in Arab schools, Jordanian schools, they mixed with Arabs and so on. Now the educational curriculum in the Prince Hamza school is the government curriculum. So it's not what they're actually learning in school that makes the difference. It's the fact that all their classmates are Circassians, their teachers are Circassians, and that they grow up in this, so that their networks, their friendships and so on, are almost uniquely Circassian.
The Amir Hamza school is the only school that teaches Circassian lessons. They teach Circassian, English and Arabic.
يا بزت قد غفجنا توتات أنا ما أدري أبزت ومشارك توش حاول أدري أبزت أسألك نحبنا عرف الزنا ستة عرفت الفصل
فشحف قرالي كما هذه وارس كما هذه قابس جسم بشاء هذه تقواس شموسة هذه أفرق كشمغاف شو سودا شتل فيها مرة هاوش أخابزة يقزاغ واترتبرا وزراء أغم فدا عرب كما تتخنجي تيجنجي تبسونجي تشآجي يغاش أمقت فوفاك
Circassians in Turkey or in Jordan, they are more Jordanians and more Turkish than they are maybe Caucasians. But still, like an adopted child, when you are adopted, you always look for your a natural mother. So our hearts and our eyes are all towards
أمنية حياتي مثلا أرجع هناك مثلا على بلدي، مو شرط أرجع أعيش بس إنه زيارة. فبس بتخيل حالي إذا بروح يعني ما بتصور إنه بحس حالي غريبة، بضل يعني تراب بلدي، بضل دائما أنا بنتمي له، قوميتي بلغتي بعاداتي بتقاليدي أهلي أجدادنا كله.
The essential goal of the horse ride was to take the tragedy of a generation, or of the elders, the grandfathers of the present Circassians, and to offer a symbol of hope for the younger generation. To cross countries and territories, and knowing that in each place we might have stopped along the way held a story, maybe a history, a tale of tragedy that has happened in the past. To have read books, to have heard the stories recounted by the Circassian elders, and at the same time to know that all that they went through, all the pain that they have suffered, was not in vain. To see in each and every place a sign of hope for a brighter future for Circassians.
Bu çok önemli bir karşılaşmaydı. Diasporadaki insanların, diasporadaki Çerkez topluluklarının çok önemli bir karşılaşmasıydı. Belki bir Çerkez olarak köyünden hiç çıkmamış, hatta komşu kente bile gitmemiş olan Çerkez yaşlıları birdenbire karşılarında, yani onlar için sadece masallarda, yani büyük ninelerin anlattığı masallarda kalan giysileriyle, atlarla gelen, çok iyi Çerkezce konuşan, hepsi çok iyi eğitimli, gencecik insanlarla karşılaştılar. Bir kere elleriyle tutmak istediler onları, sahici olup olmadığını anlamak istediler. Bunu metaforik olarak söylemiyorum, sahiden yaptılar, gidip tuttular elbiselerini.
I think the bewilderment in the elder generations in seeing before them a dream which they never thought could come true and never was able to come true in their own time. You look around and you see young children and others who are laughing and, you know, excited to see men in I should say, you know, in these costumes and riding on horses and this. So it all added an effect and really emphasized the need for people to know what happened in that place at that time.
Çerkezlik hiçbir zaman Türkiye'de özellikle Cumhuriyet'in kuruluşundan sonra diyelim rejimin yerleşme döneminden başlayarak hiçbir zaman kamusal alanda ifade edilen bir kimlik olmadı. Bu ancak özel alanda, yani evinizde hala Çerkezce konuşuluyorsa, evinizde hala akordeon varsa, belirli günlerde toplanılıp müzik dinleniyorsa o sıralarda aklınıza gelen bir şey Çerkezlik.
I believe that what guarantees a human being, what identity in essence is all about, is the knowledge of one's culture and one's history, pride in who a person is, the knowledge of their own language.
Konuşamıyorum ama anlıyorum.
Yani öğrenemedik herhalde. Çok bilmiyorum. Yani birkaç kelime. Benim annem babam yani konuşabiliyor da ben sadece anlıyorum.
They have fears and they also have their pride. And I think that some of them, or maybe some of the elder generations, have given up hope, frankly, and have chosen to assimilate. Unfortunately, by doing so, they're taking their whole future generations with them.
Yani özellikle Türkiye'ye baktığınızda çok, yani en fazla asimilasyonun en yüksek olduğu ülkelerden bir tanesi Türkiye. Buna rağmen eğer hala daha yeniden Çerkezleşmeden, Çerkezler için yeniden kimliklenmeden söz edebiliyorsak, hala daha dilini unutmamış insanlar varsa, hala daha gençler dillerini öğrenmek niyetini taşıyorlarsa, bu hala daha onların bir ortak paydayı, kimliklerinin üreten o ortak paydayı yitirmedikleri anlamına gelir. Bu anlamda da çok önemli bir şeydir diye düşünüyorum.
Türkiye'de yaşayan bunca Çerkez olarak kendi müziğimizi dinleyebileceğimiz bir yerin olmadığını fark ettik ve burada Çerkez müziği yapmaya karar verdik. Ancak bazı zorluklarla karşılaştık. Çünkü Türkiye'de bunca Çerkez olmasına rağmen Çerkez müziği yapan gruplar veya solistler yoktu. Bu nedenle yeni bir grup oluşturduk. Bu grupla beraber şu anda hafta sonları burada Çerkez müziği yapıyoruz.
Along the way, we would dance in almost every place. There is a sort of communication that happens in the dance on a more spiritual level. There are many people who we would not have talked to ever in our lives, but there's an understanding that takes place that would take precedence over, I don't know how much speech. You might end up dancing with someone and come to an understanding with them without having ever spoken with them. But at the same time, you may know a person for years and not have that link or communication. It takes a lot to understand what's happening. But when experienced and when done, it's a whole world and a whole language unto itself. There are young Circassians in the world now who have managed to preserve their culture, their traits, their way of being, and who can be a symbol and characterize the ideal of what a Circassian is. I think that the group of companions who went along on this trip epitomized these young people of the diaspora who maybe want to know who they are and who are searching for their roots, as any culture, any people might want to do.
Çerkezler Osmanlı İmparatorluğu'nda sürgün edildiği zaman Osmanlı İmparatorluğu Çerkezlerin belli bir bölgede yoğunlukta yerleşmesini istemedi. Bu nedenle dağınık yerleştirilmesi gerekiyordu. Bir ağ oluşturacak şekilde Balkanlar bölgesine yerleştirdiler. Fakat daha sonra yapılan Berlin Anlaşması'yla Çerkezler Rumeli'den de göç ettirmek zorunda bırakıldı. Rumeli'den göç eden Çerkezler büyük ölçüde Orta Doğu ülkelerine, yani bugünkü Suriye, Ürdün ve İsrail topraklarına yerleştirildiler. Birinci yerleşim Samsun'dan başlayarak Hatay'a kadar uzanan bir hat boyunca yerleşim var. İkinci yerleşim Hatay'dan Amman'a kadar uzanan bir hat boyunca bir yerleşim var. Üçüncü bir yerleşim de Çerkezlerin yoğun olarak görüldüğü Marmara bölgesi, Düzce, Adapazarı, Balıkesir, Bursa hattı.
Yanakaların içinde sıra sıra kazanlar, katibeler oturmuş künyeye yazarlar. Öf genişliğim eyvah, Çanakkale'nin içinde.
Vatan kaybetmenin ızdırabını, acısını yaşayarak öğrendiler. Bu ızdırabı yaşayarak öğrenen insanların yaşamaya başladıkları yeni ülkelerde benzeri tehlikeler karşısında sessiz kalmaları düşünülemezdi. Zaten karakterlerinde böyle bir şey yok yapılarında. Özgürlük aşığı, özgürlük düşkünü. Kendilerine yeni yurt, yeni vatan seçtikleri Osmanlı topraklarının da işgal edilmesi karşısında sessiz kalamayacakları için o tarihte sahibi bulundukları örgütleriyle önce yola çıktılar. Mustafa Kemal Paşa Çerkeslerin yapısını, tarzını, yetişme tarzını, düşüncelerini, onların özgürlüklerine düşkünlüklerini çok iyi biliyor. Geleneklerini de çok iyi bildiği için onlarla diyalogu da çok rahat kurabilen bir insan. O anlamda çok sayıda beraber Çerkes olmuştur. Biliyorsunuz Sivas Kongresi'nde, Erzurum Kongresi'nde, hatta Türkiye Büyük Millet Meclisi'nin ilk açılışında çok sayıda Çerkes var. 25 civarında milletvekili olduğunu zaten biliyoruz.
Circassians as a people have their own inherent qualities, and fundamentally they have always served any country which they've been in, including Russia. Just as a human being needs air and water and food to survive, a race needs the land of its birth to continue. I remember reaching the shores of the Black Sea and knowing that we had accomplished the first part of our journey of crossing the diaspora. The Black Sea shore was the most tragic point in the exodus of the Circassians, because it was the point where they landed on a foreign land, sick, tired, essentially encompassing what we might today think of as a refugee situation. Only back then there was no help. There are many people who wished our journey to be unsuccessful, whether they be in Jordan, possibly in Turkey, in Russia, God only knows. I think that initially they tried to do everything within their power to discourage our undertaking, so that we may lose heart and say, well, hey, you know, we don't want to have anything else to do with this. I mean, and it was a key point in my own, in making my own decision whether to proceed or not. I thought that they probably were pretty serious about their intentions, if there were to be. And I knew that that was also a big possibility, that maybe they might not try something directly on me, but they could harm anyone of our group so as to embarrass us, or so on and so forth. I had a lot of worries about what was going on at the time, and there were so many implications and possibilities and whatnot. I think the moment we set off from the shores of the Black Sea, there was a mood of hope and of, I shouldn't say celebration, because although we did dance, of course dancing and so on is part of the culture, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a moment of joy. But maybe so, I think our whole mood at the time was a moment of determination. And I think that our singing or our dancing was an expression of our intention, of where we wanted to go and what we wanted to do, and how we wanted to do it. And maybe so pride not only in ourselves for having accomplished this journey, but in taking on board, I think, every Circassian who has ever left the country's dreams and desires. And finally to cross the Black Sea and to reach the shores of the Caucasus. I think a goal that I don't think would have ever been dreamt of going back 130 years. I don't know if there's any way exactly to describe it, to tell you what might have been going on in my heart, or I don't know, in the hearts of any of the young Circassians who were part of this undertaking. I think for us it was a reality. It was living a dream, maybe experiencing something of a nightmare. Just hearing in the echoes of maybe the waves that hit the rocks.
ريرش أباو مقاو ما فرا Gusha bawa